them stories are more suited for the Willie Nelson meetings, you know. Yeah, Willie's the first. I don't get high, but when Willie passes you a joint, you just gotta, you know. So first time that happened, I was driving over parking lot blocks and everything else. Oh, that's what that does. Good Lord. You know, I've got to meet Willie and Johnny Cash, two totally different vibrations, and I mean that in the sense of the word of if there are such things as auras, you know, because I had my back turned. I'd met Johnny Cash before, just as well, I was doing a tribute show here out in L.A., and they asked me to do some Roger Miller songs, and that was all StarCast. I mean, it had Ray Charles, hosted by Rosemary Clooney. Dwight was on it. Hal Ketchum. It was just a huge, huge deal, and they asked me to do that because nobody knew any Roger Miller songs. So I said, yeah, I was local at the time, so I did it. And right in the middle of it, I was just doing a small medley of Dang Me and Chug a Lug. I knew Dang Me pretty well. I used to do that regular, but Chug a Lug was one of the one I did. I didn't do it in a show or nothing, so I had to kind of learn it, but it was simple. You know, it wasn't no hard transition. I just, at the end of the Dang Me verse, I just go into Chug a Lug, and I get going there, and it was a tribute to songwriters Buck Owens, Johnny Cash, Harlan Howard, Hank Cochran, and Roger Miller. And all of them were sitting up front, right in front of the microphone that you sing in, along with June Carter. And Ralph Emery was the MC. So I get up there and right in the middle of that transition, like I said, which was the name of the song I was going into. There's no reason I wouldn't remember it. Chug a Lug, Chug a Lug. Well, I just had a blank. And what I do whenever I don't remember the words of the song, you know, get a second, I'll go, and then I did that and I realized, oh, damn, I'm doing this right in front of Johnny Cash. But I remember the words. I got Chug a Lug, Chug a Lug. And so I come off stage. Hal Ketchum, sweet guy, such a great guy, Hal. And he says, I said, man, he says, that sounded great, Dale. I go, no, I messed up on the transition. He goes, oh, you couldn't tell it, man. You did great. He's such a great guy. But so I was kind of feeling bummed. And they started giving the guys awards. They all come up, and we're all backstage, and I'm looking at, you know, all these famous people, Johnny Cash, Buck Owens, and all them. I thought, well, I need to get my camera. So I go to get my camera, and I feel a hand on my shoulder. I said, son, 1 second. June, here he is. And he says, can I talk to you a second? I go, turn around, it's Johnny Cash. And he says, I just want to, son, June, here's that boy. And so she comes over and says, I'm Johnny Cash. I go, yes, sir, I know. She says, it's June. So I just want to let you know, we didn't even want to make this trip. We were originally planned on doing this trip with our best friend, Roger Miller. And that's the only reason we agreed to come to do this thing. And then when Roger passed, says we just grappled with wanting to cancel it. But we thought, well, we better go. We already said we would. And even when we were sitting there in the audience, the show was starting, and we're just thinking, we wish we would have canceled. We wish we would have canceled. And then when you got up there and did that on the microphone, me and June at the same time reached for each other's hand, because that's what Roger used to do in his TV show, to say hi, or to tell Johnny and June, I love you. Yeah. That was a deep thing for me, man. It's still, even thinking about it today, it chokes me up. But, you know, but when Johnny walks in the room, it's electricity. You feel like there's some sort of power cable that's loose, and you got to look out for it. I mean, it's just electricity. It's not dangerous electricity. It's just, you know, there's something, wow, there's charged up in this room. And when Willie walks in the room, it's the exact opposite. Zen. I mean, people may be jumping around, blah, 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 but when you're in front of him, you're totally at ease.